Welcome to the iPhone 12 mini review. Weeks later, and we have a question to answer. Does size really matter? Today, we take a look at the smallest iPhone 12, the mini, and we ask ourselves, does size really matter? Like on a serious note, is having a smaller phone really a bad thing in today's time when every new phone being marketed has a large display with an equally large phone? But with these large phones comes discomfort in one-handed use, storage issues, and what I've developed, large phone fatigue. Yes, it's a real thing. Today we examine the answer to all of those things, the iPhone 12 mini. My name is CJ, and this is CJ Unplugged, where I like to use tech and abuse tech, but not in a bad way. I just put it through everyday user experience and report back to you so that you're able to make a more informed and confident tech purchase decision. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first area that we're gonna dive into is the design. This year, the only thing different in the design department from the Mini's bigger brothers, the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro and Pro Max, are size, obviously, an extra camera, stainless steel sides, screen brightness, and a few other features, and that's about it. Like literally the iPhone 12 mini is the exact same as its counterparts, minus the screen size and battery due to its smaller build. Now, battery is the biggest concern among most, but we'll get into that in just a second. Let's just acknowledge how nicely put together this nostalgic flat-sided glass sandwich truly is. The 12 mini looks exactly the same as the 12, just smaller. Now, really quick, I want to highlight a few accessories. I just have to take a brief moment to appreciate the California Poppy leather wallet on top of the California Poppy leather case. Beautiful. Apple's MagSafe case accessories and color selections are on point this year, and I have to acknowledge it. No, it's not the best value, but if you got it, get it. Basically, if you got the bag, spin the bag, you know. All right, back to the review. Okay, next up, I want to talk about the display. The display is a 5.4-inch Super Retina XDR display, which is just Apple's way of saying OLED. Now granted, this is an HDR display with a P3 wide color gamut, haptic touch, and 625 nits of max brightness. Sorry, that was for my tech nerds out there, which basically translate to, this is a super sharp, beautiful display that you will enjoy. And no, we didn't get 120 Hz this year, but honestly, I'm not bothered because the user experience makes up for it. Oh, and yes, the notch appears bigger on the mini, but it's not. It's just the same size on a smaller display, but like all notches, it becomes a part of the phone and you just adjust to it. In short, the display is fire. All right, you guys, this is the elephant in the room. We're gonna talk about battery life. Now, this is the biggest concern we all have. Yes, I was worried about battery life too. I mean, we all are used to humongous phones with big batteries, so the thought of a decrease was slightly concerning. But I'll be honest, although you do notice the difference between the mini's battery life in comparison to the 12, it's not by much. 12 hours of video playback, 12 hours of web browsing and talk time, approximately 7 to 8 hours of hard use. Now, don't take these numbers to heart, but this smaller battery is also accompanied by a smaller screen, which uses less battery than the larger displays. It's science to a degree, right? But one thing I will note is the standby drainage. It's slightly more than that of the bigger models, so be proactive in charging before ending the night. But in my personal use, I'm seeing decent overall battery performance. Some days are heavier use than others, but the balance is fair. All right, you guys, let's talk about performance. The A14 Bionic chip, the first 5nm chipset in the world, accompanied by 4 GB of RAM in comparison to the 6 GB found on the larger models. But we all know iPhones do not require a lot of RAM at all, so RAM size is the least of our worries due to Apple's sophisticated optimization. What the heck did you just say, CJ? The iPhone 12 mini is fast. Faster than all older iPhones, OnePlus 8T, Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, and the list can go on. But there is a caveat to this small form factor in combination with all that performance, is heat buildup. It's basically like having a Hellcat engine inside of a VW Beetle. If you know anything about cars, that's yeah. So basically what I'm saying, if you're looking for extreme gaming on your mobile device, the Mini is capable, but I steer you towards the larger models to help avoid any throttling. But for the average and above average user, the performance this Mini packs is all you need. Now let's talk about the operating system. I mean, it's iOS 14. And when it comes to the OS, which currently is iOS 14, it is a refreshing change from previous iPhone operating systems. With the introduction of widgets and the app library, that feeling of some customization is finally coming to the iPhone. You can legit have new apps that are downloaded go directly to your app library and not populate your home screen. I repeat, not populate your home screen, allowing the freedom of your home screen that we've never had before. You can even hide home screens. Basically, we get that infamous smooth yet controlled iOS experience, but with some new swag for 2021 and beyond. All in all, it's an iPhone. It's an experience that we know and love as iPhone users and that Android users envy. I'm sorry, Android users. I just had to throw that pun in there. I apologize, you know? Once a no user, always a no user? No? Oh, okay. Next up, we are going to talk about the camera. The Mini is rocking the exact same wide and ultra wide angle cameras you will find on the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro, which means Apple did not slack out on the cheapest, smallest iPhone 12 model in any way. I will say this consistently over and over. The iPhone has the best balance of photo and video, the best video performance period, and arguably one of the best smartphone cameras on the market. The focus and camera ability from Apple has been welcome since the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. I'm loving the energy Apple is bringing to their cameras, and I hope it continues. So to simply put it, the photos look great, and the videos are amazing. I use the iPhone 12 mini's video footage and photos to create this very content I use on YouTube and other social media platforms consistently. You know, a little B-roll here and there and so forth. The HDR video quality coming out of this device is amazing. The photo quality coming out of this device is great. Front-facing camera, whether video or photo, is good. Basically what I'm saying is you can't go wrong with these cameras on the Mini, period. End of discussion. It's a great camera. Now it's time to wrap it up and hit you with my conclusion. Okay, so my conclusion. I really do appreciate the small form factor of the iPhone 12 mini. The mini in the name can give off the wrong idea, as yes, it's a small phone, but it's also all display minus the notch. This creates a smaller phone, but a decent sized display. Yes, it's smaller than what some are used to, and it's not for everyone, but I do believe it's for most. Big phone fatigue is real, and I see it in my comment section, and I even see it in other tech reviewers. I'm here to say it's okay to take a break from the massive phone in order to enjoy the normal phone. Honestly, the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro are a nice midpoint before going too big. But to me, the iPhone 12 mini is the sweet point. So does size matter when it comes to the iPhone 12 mini? In my opinion, no. My name is CJ. This is CJ Unplugged. Peace. Hey yo, real quick interruption. I just want to say that the size of the iPhone 12 mini, especially when I have it in my hands without the case, even with the case and the wallet case and everything, the confidence in holding this smaller device and just the lack of feeling like I'm gonna drop it is everything. That's all. Back to the video.